خلنا نشوف الشاشة. شوف الشاشة عندك عبيد؟
دقيقة.
N11R ايش دخل؟
موقف وين؟ موقف البث انت. ايش ترى ما ادري. على طول 5 وشدات.
بس ايش الشاشة مظلمة؟ عشان شابك ال HDR انا خلينا نشوف في اللعبة شلون. Streamer mode is enabled. Stay safe. تنجلع شوي.
اشوف انت مشغل بث ولا سكت؟
لا شغال.
ما قاعد تسوي شيء.
بدي خليني اشوفك الحين. انا فتحت بشوف اللاب فتح اللاب. بس شوي اعترست الالوان. مسكر اللعبة بس.
اكو دخلت البكسلز.
انت مسكر
لا والله اشوف ايه الالوان تعبان.
شوي بس خلنا نسكر.
مظلل كذا شيء اسود.
ليه؟ من هاي دازلي فريند ريكوست؟ زين شلون نعدله الحين؟
الو تست خلنا نسمع صوتي في البث.
لازم اشبكك بمكسر على اساس يطلع الصوت.
ايه بس في صوت هواء عندي انا. انت صوتك واضح.
ليش صوتك
11 معك على الفاضي. ايه سمع. انت تسويه من عندك من البرنامج نفسه ما ادري شلون ما اعرف.
اخي ليش الالوان استوت مرة تعيسة؟
ليش اسود؟
ادري. نيتف فول سكرين. اوكي شغال. هاي ولا ظلام وايد.
اكو اشتغل.
اي بس وايد ظلام ويقطع.
بس نفس الشيء.
يقطع
انت الحين صوتي يقطع.
حتى في اللايف قاعد يقطع. زين شلون نعدل الإضاءة؟
يا الله.
زين كونفيجريشن الشاشة كلها نفس الشيء. زين الحين شو المشكلة؟
حتى سطح المكتب مظلم عندك، شكل البرنامج نفسه. انت كنت سويت شيء
ما ادري شيء ما يصير. use anti cheat compatibility hook. شنو هاي؟ hook rate. خلينا نحط fastest شوف شو يصير. capture third party overlay such as stream. capture any full screen application. say default was default. زين.
اخي في برنامج حلو حق خلفيات تعرفه اللي في ستيم اللي ب $12 ما ادري كم هذاك اسمه.
group select item copy filter set up colors rename remove order transform center screen.
دقيقة ابو حسن.
اوكي
so that when my stream is over, or when it's getting ready to be, and then it disappears because I didn't set it to loop. So basically it comes in, does the flash, and then it's out of there. So once when the video, and I'm going to show you the big idea for your background is just 22 pocket, because you're a subscriber and I want you to know I appreciate you. Okay, enough of that. Let's go to the computer. Okay, so here we are at the computer, and the very first thing that is extremely important when you are trying to make your live streams look professional is, of course, the actual camera, or the camera quality that you're using. For my live streams, you can see, I'll put some links in the description to some of those, but you can see the quality that I get from the Logitech C922 webcam, which is actually what you're seeing this on right now as well. And another thing that is extremely important about making your live streams look professional is your background environment. Now, with mine, I like to set it to where, you know, it has kind of a mood to it, but the big idea for your background is just to make sure that it's nice and clean. Make sure that there's not junk all over the place, and, you know, make sure it's not too distracting as far as, you know, detracting from the message. Can really help make your intro to you. And I'm going to show you how to do that. Press Sources menu down here on the left, and you want to click on the plus icon. And when you are doing this, just a little side note here, when you're doing this, one thing that you want to make sure that you keep in mind is that you need a video file to work with. So you want to make sure that you have already exported your intro into OBS. And I'm going to do, now for me, when it comes in, the loop is here in the box. And here in my stream folder, I have, so I'm going to click on this, I'm going to hit open, and then is, let's say that we do an intro and, you know, basically the hook for our, you know, in this video, I'm going to show you how to look professional. And we're starting right now. And then the intro would come in, and then it disappears because I didn't set it to loop. So basically it comes in, does the flash, and then it's out of there. So once again, it would be just like this. All you have to do is you turn it on, and then you transition in whenever you want that intro to start playing. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to make OBS live streams look professional, and we're starting right now. What is going on? My name is Nick. Welcome to another video. If this is your first time here, okay, you see, so basically you can use that intro as just a short bumper that will transition you into the next scene of your live stream, or the next part of your live stream, and still get your branding in there. Now, another thing you can do is you can add a lower third to your live stream that will help you introduce yourself, or introduce, you know, who you are. In order to do that, I'm going to go through the same process. I'm going to go here, and I'm going to add another media source, and we're going to call this one lower third. And then from there, I'm also going to browse for this, and we will go with this one. Okay, so as you can see here, this lower third now pops up on the screen, and this is actually down here just at the bottom. And for this one, I'm actually wanting it to loop so that it actually stays on the screen. So as you can see here, when I didn't have that on, it basically played, then it disappeared. But now, since I have it to loop, it's going to always be on the screen until I actually go through the process of turning it off. So with this lower third graphic, you know, next thing you want to do is you want to add some text to actually let people know, you know, let people know who you are. So here we are going to go into the text, and I'm just going to put name, and I'm going to select the font. Here I'm going to go ahead and use alternate Gothic, and I'm going to put it at, let's say, 48 for the size. I'm going to hit OK. And then I hit OK. Now, as you can see here, the name part is just not showing up, so I actually had to click transition for that to come in for some reason. And here I just basically want to drag it up to increase the size, bump it into place. And then now when I transition this in to the actual scene, then I have, you know, like a nice professional looking thing down here in the bottom that says who I am, and it also says what the stream is about. Now, one thing that you can do with these is you can also, let's say that you don't want your full name down there, and you don't want all this other stuff, but you want an actual legit lower third, you can do the same thing by just moving this over to the side like this, and then changing your text. I'm going to change the name here, and I'm just going to put my name on here. So we'll make this fill it up just a little bit more, and then we will scoot this out as well so it's framed in there nicely. And then when we transition that in, then this way it is just a simple name that comes in. So as you're, as you're streaming, and you can do this, in a multitude of colors or anything like that. So basically the reason for this and the reason to add a lower third to your videos, and you can add, you can add your name plus your website, your name plus your YouTube channel or anything like that. But the advantage of this is basically it lets people that are not familiar with you yet know who you are. So to get that out of there, I'm going to go ahead and just turn those off, and then I'm going to click transition so that it is no longer in our scene. Another thing that you can do here to make your live streams look more professional, in addition to the camera, in addition to making your background look nice, in addition to adding your intro and a nice looking lower third, is you can also add other graphics to your scene. So in order to do that, I actually made another video about how to do an actual ticker on the bottom. I'll put a link to that up at the top of the screen right now. But you can also just add the images in here by themselves. Whatever it is, that you want to put on your image, then here, it's just a little reminder for people to subscribe to the channel. And another one that I can add here, like I did before, is I can also add the ticker background, and then the text would be scrolling on this, which is something that I show you how to set up in that other video. But let's say that we don't want to do that particular ticker setup, which you could also use that lower third graphic for, by the way. But let's say you don't want to use that ticker setup. Another thing that you could do is you can add your social media slideshow. So basically what you do is you go ahead and you make some graphics for your Twitter account, for your Instagram account, for your Snapchat account, or your website, anything that you want to promote really, and you can actually have those slide across the screen in random intervals during your live stream. So, without even having to do anything. So all you have to do is you set it up first, and I'm just going to call this social media. And here, for the transition, I'm actually going to change it to a slide instead of a fade. But depending on how you like things to look, you can definitely change this to anything that you would prefer to make it. Next, I'm going to add the different image files. Change it to a slide. You set it up first, and I'm just going to call this social media. And here, for the transition, I'm actually going to change it to a slide instead of a fade. But depending on how you like things to look, you can definitely change this to anything that you would prefer to make it. Next, I'm going to add the different image files. In mine, I've already made these, so I'm going to add all 3 of those in here. And as you can see, it's now going to make these slide across my screen in random intervals. So one thing that you can do is, of course, you can move this frame so that this is at the very bottom of your screen, so it's not as distracting. Another thing that you can do that I found is if you want to have these come on your screen sometimes, but not a lot. Like let's say that you want, a nice space between all of the different social media tags, then all you have to do is you go into your properties for that, and you also add some blank files as well. And by doing that, it makes all of this not as distracting. So I'm going to add just a few more, just so I can show you the effect that this has on how everything is scrolling through. Okay, so now that we've changed that, what happens is, let me transition in, is basically you have a blank space in between your social media tags. So when they do come in just like that, it makes a little bit more of an impact when it comes in. So that's another thing that you can do to help make your streams look more professional. And in addition to that, you can use it to promote your social media accounts. You can use it to promote whatever other stuff that you happen to be working on, or anything else that's coming up in the future, or really anything that you want. And of course, when a live stream ends, it helps make it look more professional, if you think of it just like it's a normal video on YouTube. So as an example, what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to add another image, and this image is actually my end screen. So I'm going to add this end screen just like I normally do, so that when my stream is over, or when it's getting ready to be over, I would basically prepare it like this. I would scoot over, so that I can frame myself in the graphic, a little bit better, like you can see here. Then I would transition it in, and I would say, if you are not already subscribed, make sure that you hit the round subscribe icon right now so you don't miss any videos in the future. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. So basically you end it just like you would a normal video, so that when you're finished with your stream, you can go into YouTube, you can cut off any end parts or anything like that so that you can still utilize your in-screen graphic. If you currently do not have in-screen graphics, but you want them or you want custom branding for your channel, you can get all of that over at tubertools.com. I'll put a link to that down in the description below. Now, what I mentioned before is that I'm going to be giving something away in this live stream. I'm actually going to be giving away 3 things in this live stream. All 3 of them are actually the lower third graphics that you see here. Basically, it's just a simple lower third graphic with a little shine going across it. I made this one so that it, so maybe for the gamers out there, because I know I don't do a lot for you gamers out there. I also have another one that has a different look to it, and you're basically getting all of these. This one is more of a, light leak fade in and out, which is pretty cool. And I have another one that is just a little bit more basic, the same idea, and that one looks like this, where it's just a more of a plain one, so you can still put your text on there and things like that, but it's still got that motion to it. And as long as you're using OBS, this is definitely going to work. You can see it right here on my screen that it'll definitely work for you as well. In order to get this, as soon as this video is finished, you want to go down into the description and you want to look for a link that says join my VIP area. It's absolutely free, and you join that, and inside you will be able to download these lower third graphics. If you are not already subscribed, go ahead and hit the round subscribe icon right now so you don't miss anything in the future. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. In this OBS Studio tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make your live streams look awesome, and we're starting right now. What is going on? My name is Nick. Welcome to another video. If this is your first time here and you want to learn how to grow your channel, make videos, and all types of other YouTube related stuff, start now by subscribing and clicking the bell so you don't miss anything. You're going to love this. I'm not going to waste any time. Let's go to the computer. Okay, so now that we're at the computer, I'm going to show you how to take a boring looking scene like this and make it into something like this, where you can have chat on it, to where you can do like video transitions and things like that. You can also do it to where you add tickers, to where you have like a little sidebar to where you're doing like a split screen, and you can transfer everything back and forth. Super easy, and it can be cool with the transitions as well. Of course, you wouldn't want to use transitions as heavy as I just did, but I'm just showing you the example of what it is that I'm going to be showing you. So the first thing that we need to do in order to get all of this stuff rolling is we need to go up to the scene selection or scene collection and select new, and that's going to blank everything out. As soon as I do this, it's going to remove my webcam, so I'm going to add that in as well and show you how to do that also. So for this, I'm just going to call this TB demo, and as you can see, it took away my webcam, so I'm going to go ahead and add that by adding a capture device, and I'm just going to call that webcam, and that will get us taken care of there. Now, as you can see, when it first came on, it's really zoomed in and blown up, and on yours, if you see it and it comes in like this, all you have to do to fix that is you just change the resolution down here to custom, and then you change it to the actual frame size that you're going to be going out at. In my case, it's 1920 by 1080, and then I hit OK, and then as you can see, it brings everything, to the normal ratio. So once I have that in place, this is going to be my blank starting point. So once I have that in place, I'm going to go down to my scenes down here in the bottom left-hand side of the screen, and I'm going to choose rename. And then for this one, I'm just going to change this to main plane. And then that tells me anytime I click on this, anytime I transition to this, no matter what, it's just going to be a plain thing that's happening, just me right here on the screen. So the next thing that I want to do is I want to build onto this. So I'm going to duplicate it here. I'm going to right click on main plane, and I'm going to hit duplicate. And then I'm going to do main with a ticker. And then what that gives me the ability to do is add additional sources over here. So I have one scene here that nothing else is going to be on, and then this one here is going to be all of the ticker graphics to make the actual ticker that goes along the bottom of the screen. So here I'm going to click plus. I'm going to go to image. I'm going to do ticker BG for ticker background. And when I do that, it's going to ask me where the file is. So here I'm going to click on ticker BG, hit OK. And then there you can see this graphic that is now showing up at the bottom of my screen. Now, how this is going to work is it's going to be this graphic, and then I'm going to have a layer of text, and then after that layer of text, then I'm going to have a covering graphic as well. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to hit plus, and then I'm going to add that covering graphic right now. So I'm going to do ticker top, and I'm going to grab this. Now,
ضبط معاك ولا
right here, when I pull this in, if you look at this little area right here,
راسي يا اخي.
okay, so basically what's
فست السيتنج مال الشاشة، عرفت؟
show up to appear behind this, and then
عرفت لا.
here
كنت مسوي
to
سيتنج
decide as
مرتاح
well,
عليه
while keeping the
والحين
logo in there. So I'm gonna hit
نسيت
OK.
عرفت ما
Now with
صورت
this, just so you know what's going on,
قاعد
is
اسوي
all of this stuff that I'm
بالسكرول
showing you right now, I actually built
وتغير
this
عندي.
for
ايوه
TubeBuddy
احنا
for the
نبي
stream
الخيار
that I
هاي
do there. So if you want to learn even more
restore
YouTube
as
stuff,
default
I'm gonna put a link
apply.
to the TubeBuddy channel, so you can definitely head over
Yes.
to them, because me and other YouTube experts are over there, you know, sharing information to help you grow your channels as well. So the next thing that we want to do is I'm going to actually click on the little lock icon for all 3 of these. And the reason I'm doing that is because I'm going to have to move the text around once I get it in here. So if I have these locked, then I can click anywhere on the screen, move anything that I want, and nothing is going to be selected or moved. So it's just kind of like a fail-safe. Click on plus, and then I'm going to go to text. And then here, I'm just going to make sure that says text. And then here, I'm going to put in just anything for the sake of the demo. And then once I have what it is that I'm going to be saying in the text, you can see it right up here at the top. You can see it's kind of small, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into select font, and in this case, I'm actually going to find the font that I was using. This is a really cool thing about OBS, is it lets you select different fonts, so you can make sure that, you know, things are matching up with your branding and all of that. So I'm going to select a different font, I'm going to hit OK, and then I'm going to click OK on this as well. Once I have that in place, then I can grab the text and I can bring it down. Now, as you can see, it's really small right now. So
مشكلة
on a
يا
mobile
أخي
device, this would be pretty much
قد
impossible to
لما
read.
أسوي
So I'm going
HDR
to grab one of these corners and I'm just going to start moving.
أنا أصلاً على HDR ليش يا أخي الألوان تصير هادية عرفت؟
HDR؟
إيه إذا ما أشغل HDR يا أخي تشي الألوان تستوي قوية.
بس دخل HDR؟
لأن أنا عندي الHDR مفعله في البي سي، فيوم طفيته رد فتح كل شيء صار رجع طبيعي يعني.
ما عندك الثاني؟
وشو؟
الواير اللي تركبه في كرت الشاشة.
إيه
مو HDR الثاني
موجود، هذه موجود، هو اللي يشبك الHDR.
لا ما يشبك على HDR، يشبك على الثاني مال الكمبيوتر.
إيه يشبك على الكمبيوتر أدري.
انت ما فاهم الحين في الكمبيوتر لا شيئين، في له HDR ولا شيء اسمه HDL ما شيء
في
كذا.
HD في HDR.
ايه
زين
انت مركب اي واحد؟
انا مركب الHDR.
ما يعطيك فريم 144 هرتز؟
165 يعطيك. نجرب
متأكد انت؟
اي والله نجرب عبيد. زين الحين
زين شيكت على الشاشة مالتك انه 165؟
اي مشيك وطالع لي ومشيك في كرت الشاشة كيش مشيك.
لا ما لخص كرت الشاشة، اقصد سطح المكتب يعني تشوف من عند يا اخي شو اسمه اللي تضغط سطح المكتب بعدين يطلع لك انفيديا ما ادري وش، تضغط عليه بعدين يطلع لك الشاشة كم.
اي لا هاي كلها معدلة مسوية 165. بس الحين خلاص نرجع السيتنج مال الشاشة العادي. خلنا نشوف اوبكس الحين. رجعت الالوان كلها العادية عرفت؟
ليه انت قبل كنت متعبث فيها؟
اي امس لان كنت مسوي لي سيتنج على الHDR. انا جوي احب اتعبث في هالسوالف. شوف عندك تمام الحين. يا اخي لما ابطل لعبه يقطع ما ادري ليش.
يقطع صوتك وحسن.
يقطع صوتي صح؟
ما اسمعك.
حتى في الستريم يقطع. خلينا نشوف.
ايه صوتك يقطع كذا.
يا أخي غريب انا يا اخي صوتي وانا اتكلم عادي، عرفت؟
كان صوت
Welcome to Apex Legends.
اسكت.
I am Bloodhunder. You can call
الحين قاعد
me
يقطع اصلا
Bloodhound.
عندك.
Let us begin with basic movement. Complete the checklist on your HUD.
الو
ايوه
ايه الحين اوكي.
الستريم
تكلم.
يقطع الستريم. ما ادري يمكن انا شغال
بالضبط صوتك يقطع.
ما ادري يمكن شغال البرنامج مال النفيديا يمكن. اللعبة قاعد تقطع في الستريم. الحين صوتي تمام؟
ايه الحين تمام.
زين. streamer mode is enabled stay safe. شنو هاي disable اللي يطلع لي فوق؟ اخاف اكبس disable ويكبس على الاختين اهلي والدي. ايش السالفة هون؟ زين خلني بتشيك اشغل بس الفيديو اشوف يقطع صوتي وانا اشغل فيديو ولا لا. زين هاي خلاص. يس. جيم لوب كويت ديسكورد ايزي ابديت ار تي اكس ستريم ستيم خلنا نشوف اذا سكرته شو يصير. شوي يحتار السي بي يو عادي يعني.
كم يصك؟
32 زاد دقريين 2 بس.
تستهبل ولا شيء 32.
زين شنو بنسكر؟ خلينا بنسكر الستيم.
اختار 90 كلهم 90.
وش ابي اسكر بعد؟ هاي خلنا شغال. زين نجرب الحين نفتح اللعبة بتشوف صوتي الحين صوتي يقطع ولا لا. خلينا نجرب.
الو
دقيقة لين اللعبة قاعد تفتح.
قطق كذا سكت بعدين.
ايوه بس الت زي تو يوز جي فورس مه عبيد تسمعني؟ تسمعني عبيد؟ يلو حظي عججة والحبايب قراطيس. حظي عججة والحبايب يقطع.
ناس رتب الو
ايوه
قطع صوتك. كمل مو من
Come now, say hello.
دقيقة عبيد.
اوكي.
مخي
ايش فيه؟
الحين. اللي بعرفه وش والله سلمى.
وشو؟
من اشغل اللعبة صوتك
آه.
يقطع زين ويستوي بعد.
صوت... بس اول شيء كان صوتك ما يقطع.
لا انا مسكر لعبة وانا مسكر لعبة عادي زين.
لا يوم لعبت مساعة اول شيء من بداية.
لا شوف انا من افتح اللعبة يبتدي الستريم يقطع صوتي يتم واضح زين. صوتك انت يقطع اللعبة في الستريم تقطع بس عندي في الكمبيوتر ما تقطع اللعبة.
ما ادري ليش كذا.
في شيء ممكن لازم عشان دقيقة. في شيء انا هني تعبثت فيه من ساعة. خلينا نجرب اسوي عادي.
يمكن تحط 4K ولا شيء.
دقيقة بجرب شيء الحين. زين نجرب الحين. في الديوريشن شوي شي تعبثت فيه حطيته 2. خلنا نجرب خليته 300. يمكن يرفع لي الكور من السي بي يو على اساس انه يستوعب. شو الحين قطع ولا لا؟
دقيقة ارو دقيقة خلنا نسجل الصوت لا صوتك ما يقطع. دقيقة بس خلنا نشوف البث. شو طيب ما دخل لعبة الحين.
ايه اصبر الحين يفتح.
ادخل در.
شوفه شوف اللعبة يقطع الحين صوتك ما يقطع الحين تمام بس اللعبة تقطع.
دخل اللعبة شوي.
قطع
داخل جيم. اي والله قطع.
اسوي ريستارت.
ما ادري ما ظن تجي بس يمكن مشكلة من داخل ما عرفت لان.
بس شوف الحين الصوت ما يقطع. لا الصوت ما يقطع في الستريم.
اي صوتك ما يقطع صح.
زين
والله اللعبة تقطع شوي.
راح تطلع لي علامة الساعة وانا داش هني لتريننج ما ادري ليش. تطلع لي علامة الساعة وانا داش التريننج. يمكن بالسيرفر. نجرب.
لا ما نخص يا اخي ما نخص.
لا قصدي السيرفر في اللعبة. انا شو قاعد تطلع لي علامة اللاج. شو اسمه. ديسكتوب اوديو كابتشر. خلينا نشوف نسوي شي ستريم كابتشر يطفي. نجرب نفتح اللعبة الحين. يمكن ما يصير اشغل اثنين مع بعض.
شلون وش مشغل؟
قصدي يمكن انه ما يصير اشغل الديسبلاي مع اللعبة مع بعض.
صوتك يقطع يا ريال.
ارجع اقطع بعد.
لا الحين اوكي بس كان قطع.
اقول لك يمكن ما يصير اشغل الاثنين مع بعض.
شوف كل ما تقول ما يصير يشغل يروح صوتك. وش اللي بتشغل؟
الحين سويت انا طفيت الشاشة، خليت بس مال الجيم. انه اذا فتحت
شنو الشاشة؟
طفيت انه ما يشغل لي شيء على الديسكتوب. اذا فتحت اللعبة يطلع يبتدي الستريم.
وش معالجك انت؟
سي بي يو.
المعالج مالك وشو؟
قصدك سي بي يو؟
لا اي السبي ايش دخل المعالج ما ادري بس انا اسميه معالج انا. رايزن 7 صح؟
رايزن 7 ايه 3000.
لا عسبة 3 انا.
لا رايزن 7.
7 اوكي 7 جديد يعني ما في شيء كمبيوترك.
ما ادري ليش الحين شي قاعد يقطع. شوف عوضني مخي. لازم قاعد اطالع السوالف وايد يصير ما اعرف السالفه. شوف لان الحين تشوف الحين افتح في اللعبه تطلع لي علامه اللوج فوق على اليمين.
ايه عارفه بس ما لخص يا اخي.
بعد اللعبه تقطع.
ايه
ما اسوي ريستار لان حاط لي في يسمونه في البرنامج حاط لي انه في شيء كان يبي ينزله مال انتل وحاط لي ايرور عليه انه ما ينزل.
صوتك يروح. وش الشيء ما ادري ايش سويت هذا النت مالك يبي الغاز خوالي.
Hostile right here. Let's go this way. Heads up, watching here.
لماذا تقطعين؟ اخبريني لماذا؟
انت قالوا هم سألوك تبث من الكرت ولا المعالج؟
حاطين لي انه باسم الكرت ولا من المعالج، حاطين من المعالج.
صوتك راح يا ريال.
اقول لك حاطين لي انه باسم الكرت ولا من المعالج، حاطين من المعالج.
كم ما تقول حاطينها بداية.
زين خليني اسوي ريستارت.
جرب شوف اكيد بطني كمان.
او خلني بسكر الستريم، بسكر كل شيء. يمكن يمكن لاني سكرت الصفحة مثل الستريم.
لا الحين قاعد تبث في اللعبة.
لا بس مسكر الصفحة اللي في شو اسمه، اللي في اليوتيوب.
ما يبين بالبث.
الحين هو شابك هنا. زين YouTube is not receiving شنو الحين؟ YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming such as the viewers. experience buffer. زين هاي شو اسوي فيه؟ اطفي الدي في ار ولا وش بالضبط؟ The audio can generate the audio stream current bitrate 0 is lower than the recommended bitrate. We recommended that you use an audio stream bitrate of 128. Audio شلي يبي current bitrate 1 bitrate. simple peak, true peak, higher CPU usage ممكن. ديفولت ابلاي. حط لي اوديو بتريت يقول لي ان انا حاط 0 ومحطوط 160.
سويت يوم قال لك ستيم لازم تحط فلوس.
لا اوريدي شريت لعبة فا فتح معي
وضبط معك.
اي كل شي تمام. زين كونكشن مالي اكسلنت، شو المشكلة الحين؟
شوف الحال في اليوتيوب اكيد حصل لان كل الناس يعرفون يعني. ما نجاوب.
ابي يطلع لي مرة ثانية الايرور على اساس اعرف، على اساس اكتب اسمه.
انت نتك قوي صح؟
اي نيك اوكي شابك واير انا ثابت عندي.
الحمد لله ما ادري.
زين نجرب مرة ثانية. هلكت اللعبة انا بطلع اسكرها.
ابيكس ها؟ حاول انك تجرب العاب ثانية يمكن تضبط معك.
يا الله ايش كثر صار لنا، ولا صار لي ساعتين والله. تطلع لي علامة النت.
بارك على النت. قلت لك يمكن من النت نفسه.
صارت اللعبة عندي هني تقطع. كل شيء عادي. Warning: recording cannot be paused if the recording quality is set as a stream. Maximum quality. اللعبة عندك تقطع.
شكل لعبة ثانية قلت لك يمكن ما تقطع. انت مسوي بث ها؟
لا اللعبة تقطع عندك.
شوي ضرب فريمات هذا. احسن من قبل ترى.
صارت الحين اللعبة عندي تقطع مو بس
قطع ولا خلاص؟
الحين قطع. الستريم الحين قطع.
Pretty, I'm coming in.
يمكن في مشكلة من اللعبة ما أدري.
Going to phase.
صدقني في شيء تعبت فيه مال الفريم ريت، لان تشوف يا اخي الحين حتى الفريم ريت عندي نزل هني في اللعبه، يعطيني 61 يعطيني 61 60. شوف عندي
ضرب
86 92. اوكي
شوف الحرارة شوفها مرتفعة ولا لا؟ أبو حسن
الحين بشيك
شيك لا تسكر اللعبة شيك بس كذا اضغط ويندوز شيك
42 الجرافيك السي بي يو 32
اللي فوق واللي تحت المعالج والكرت
هذه الكارت، هاي المعالج.
والكرت
الكارت 40.
حاجة ما في مشكلة، ايش فيه؟
صدقني البال هني. يلا نشوف شو السالفة هاي. 60 فريم بير سكند. في حاط لي شي في سرعة تحت على اليمين الحين، بس مو قاعد ياخذ من السي بي يو شيء اصلا. انا قاعد اسوي ستريم انا.
نفس الشيء كله.
اي بس دقيقة بتشوف كم ياخذ من السي بي يو. يعني توني قاعد ابلش اخذ من السي بي يو 25 مع الستريم. يعني ساعة السي بي يو كان ياخذ 11 في الستريم، الحين صار ياخذ 6. زين بكسل يجلس ماخذ 22 ميموري، ماخذ من السي بي يو 2.2. الاستديو وصل يطلع عندي 9، وهو حاط لي هني في البرنامج 6.2. زين جي بي يو بعد شنو بعد ياخذ من الجي بي يو؟ بس هذا غيره. في شي ثاني؟ باور يوزج فيري هاي. اوكي مودريتد فيري هاي. بس حاط لي جي بي يو 3 دي، مو قاعد استعمل 3 دي جي بي يو انجن. نشوف الحين. شو عبيد تقطع اللعبة الحين ولا؟
لا اوكي، لا شوي وقفت. احسن قبل. شايف احسن.
صار عندي ما يقطع.
لا ما يقطع في البث، اوكي.
حطيت ماكس برفورمانس.
يعني شنو؟
يعني افضل اداء.
مساعة مش محط كذا صح؟
لا كنت حاط كواليتي. في تقطيع بسيطة.
لا ما في تقطيع وايد عادي، احسن من قبل مليون مرة.
نشوف الدنيا ماشية ازاي. عرفت لا خايس.
شو سوي؟
الحين صار يقطع.
معي السيارة دقيقة الأشياء هنا في شيء هنا محتاجه وهذه آخر واحدة عندنا بالدوزر
الكريه مو قاعد شوف الحين شو سالفته الدنيا ماشية ازاي. The video resolution the current ما شغل connection good connection. يا رباه شوف الحين نفتح اللعبة. أصابني التعب والله
من برنامج ها؟
ولا إنه ضبط.
الثاني تقدر الأرض ما ادري ايش مسميها الامور. اقول شو سويت الزر يبرد على طول.
والله
ما ادري ايش هم مسميها الامور اصلا.
في تعليقة بسيطة. صاجة ما صدقتي صاجة ما صدقتي ولا حط لي ان الستريم خلص.
وش انا مساعد عرفت له
في تقطيعة بس ما ادري شلون اوصفها لك يعني. وانا العب في تقطيعة بسيطة وانا قاعد العب. والله صدعت.
هاي الصداع بزمان إذا قام الصبح. الله يسوي.
أعطيك جملة أمي.
ما
أعطيك جملة أمي المشهورة اللي هي تقولها حق أي حد عنده عيال.
وش
تزوجون تبون عيال لا قاعدين تحججون. لا اله الا الله محمد رسول الله. يا هادي يا دليل يا مرخص الحين يا رب يضبط. بعد هاي ستقي الارض اللي انا سويتها.
ما اعرف حق البرنامج الحين.
لا عرفت له بس يا اخي في عندي تقطيع في الشاشه شوي.
انا اشوف فيها الارض تتقطع. ما في الستريم الناس ذا كمبيوتر يدرس منه وكمبيوتر يلعب اكثرهم يعني. بس انت الكرت اللي عليه 2070 صور صح؟
2060 صور.
2060 صور اوكي يعني حلو.
يقطع الفيديو والله والله ولك يا الله.
But yeah, so if you go on video, there's encoder preset, and it's like not for real time, so ultra fast. I would be getting like 100 FPS rendered a second, but placebo. But yeah, that is kind of what I'm trying to get at. But yeah, basically 6 is set very fast and you've got a very good CPU. If you want a video graphics card, go to NVEC.
يا الله
صندوق كيف ما يتكلمون ها؟
لا مو بعن شيء يا اخي. انا ما احب اسوي شيء وانا مو قاعد افهمه عرفت يعني. ما احب اقعد احط هاي شيء هاي شيء هاي شيء يعني. ما اقول لك ترى هذا ايش قاعد يسوي ولا هذا ايش قاعد يسوي يعني. مو قاعد يشرح وبس قاعد يتفلسف. انا ما احب اللي يتفلسفون. يا تدش تقول ايش الزبده ولا تقعد تسولف.
قصدك يقول سوي كذا سوي كذا بس ما يقول لك وش هو.
ايه ما يقول لك مثلا هاي شي يسوي هاي شي يسوي هاي شي يسوي. ما يقول لك هو وبس قاعد يتفلسف.
Welcome to Apex Legends. I am Bloodhunter. You can call me Bloodhound. Let us begin with basic movement. Complete the checklist on your HUD. Follow me. Sliding down hills increases speed. Inside the territories, you can find supply bins that carry weapons and resources you will need to survive. Open one.
تذكر ترى مرحبا توصل للجلة. ليش شلون عبيد؟ ليش بسوي؟ بسجل وبنزل بسجل وبنزل بسجل وبنزل. والله مو بحسب.
زين سجل وقاعد تمنتج.
اي والله وقاعد انزل. والله هلاك والله قاعد يضبط الموضوع والله.
ايوه شوف لقيهم الحلوة اللي تجيبها انت يعني. بس شيء والله سجلها
لأن خلاص تعبت يعني. مو قاعد يسوي لي الشيء اللي أنا قاعد بيه.
برنامج ما حق نفيد تعرف جربت الصوت فيه ولا ما جربت؟
لا ما جربت في السوق.
لازم تجرب